Hello, everyone. Today's devotional is titled, Are You Possessed? The second commandment says, You shall not make for yourselves an idol before me. We were having a barbecue one summer day at our daughter's house quite a while ago. The grill was going, the garage door was open, and I noticed a pile of toys that was maybe 6 feet wide by 2 feet high. I asked our daughter, what are all those toys doing out here? Don't they use them? And the answer was, those are all the toys from last Christmas that we can't fit in the house. Yes, we live in the land of plenty. Things have been a bit screwed up for the last 2 years because of the pandemic and mandates that were put in place. We still have cargo ships sitting out near our docks that haven't been able to land because of many complex issues, from trucking to not enough workers, quarantines, warehouses, and chaos. These vessels are just now starting to dock and empty their cargo, but it's still going to take several months for them to catch up. Yet, I still see a lot of new stuff, a lot of new cars. We all keep saying, man, that inflation, things are a lot more. But we're still getting new phones, iPads, laptops. Even with the supply slowdowns, we are managing to buy a lot of new stuff. We Americans like our stuff. Our possessions, in many cases, it seems, may own us. I'll get back to that in a second. Let's go back again in time when we were raising our kids, teaching them how to be safe in our busy world. We were always careful to insist that they look both ways when they cross the street. Such a simple thing, but its ramifications tell an important story. You see, we're always consistent. All of us are consistent when we tell our grandkids to cross the street, look both ways when they cross the street, because we know something very bad could happen if they didn't. And they see that. They see every time we do it, we look both ways before we cross the street. There's no question about it. We are dead on serious about being consistent in doing that because we don't want any harm to come to us or anyone we love. That carries a lot of weight. Our kids see that we're authentic in that request, and it's obvious it's for their safety, and they understand that we care, so they take that advice seriously. They're always watching us. But in this case, we're always very consistent that we look before crossing a street or a parking lot. It's important for the kids to know because they will always weigh what we ask of them to see what we're doing in our personal lives. For example, my dad smoked, and he died from complications from emphysema. He couldn't stop smoking until the day he died, and he always told me to not smoke. I couldn't wait to smoke. Everybody around me smoked. My mom smoked, my dad smoked. Don't tell me not to smoke. This isn't important, like, crossing the street. Everybody's smoking, and now you're telling me I can't smoke? What's up with that? Consistency matters. We can't expect kids to follow rules if we don't follow them ourselves. The same can be said about alcohol or excessive partying. How about when we're in traffic and we completely lose it because of traffic? And, we cuss, we swear. They see us get into hopefully just verbal altercations with people when we're out in public or in traffic. And then we tell them they need to be kind and they shouldn't be doing this stuff because that's not what Jesus would do. But they see oftentimes we're not doing that. So when we advise our kids about this and we're inconsistent, yeah. So let's look at Christmas real quick. As Christians, we celebrate the birth of Christ. It's his birthday party, and we give each other gifts in memory of that. What do we give Christ? Some of us might not even show up at church for Christmas because, well, we're too busy. Now, I'm not saying we all do this, and we have a wonderful church, and I'd like to think that most of us don't. But many, many, many people, and some of our folks, are guilty of this. And when we ask our kids what's important at times like Christmas or Easter, what do they always say? Jesus. They know the right answer, but they want those toys, man. They want those gifts, right? So back when we would pass out Christmas presents, I'm embarrassed to say it took us 3 hours to pass out Christmas presents to all of our family. We had to take a break. So I think sometimes we're in danger of our possessions possessing us. How many times do we miss church because of sporting events, different things that we just rather do? We can't make time for church, so we push church out of the way. Then we tell our kids, Christ is the most important thing. That most important thing is God. It's supposed to be Jesus. Is it? Is that what our children see when we do these things? Again, the second commandment says, you shall not make for yourselves an idol before me. Tough stuff. Lord, please help us to be mindful in our lives that our children and people who aren't Christians and even Christians watch everything we do. So we need to be consistent in our lives to show people how Christians are supposed to be acting. You have a good day.